Uh-oh, they're playing the wedding march.
Who wants to say something?
Wait, are we doing it here or after dinner? Well, we can do during dinner.
Because if you don't get married, I don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
I'm in your way. I have it. Dawn, I have your phone.
Don, you got the ring? It was the second time that joke bombed.
Keep trotting it out until it works.
We're all ready now. So, does everyone have their phone in their bag? Anyone need to
Thinking of it.
Anybody need a sweatshirt?
Okay.
Turn the ringer off.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best part about this town.
That's right.
No, no, you should.
We're ready.
Red line in.
You're right.
Dear friends and family, you were invited here today so that in your presence, Eileen and Don could seal their love by openly expressing and confirming their commitment to each other. They've made a decision to be together for life, and they both have a deep understanding of what that means. They have decided that they will be most happily fulfilled by being together in marriage, and pledge to share their lives openly with each other and to speak the truth to each other in love. They publicly promise to honor and tenderly care for each other, to cherish and encourage each partner's own fulfillment as an individual through all the changes of their lives. Love can be one of the highest experiences known to humankind. At its best, it reduces our selfishness, deepens our personalities, and makes life more meaningful. The day-to-day companionship, pleasure in doing things together, or in doing things separately, yet delighting to exchange experiences, is a continuous and vital part of what a man and woman who love each other can share. This ceremony today is simply the outward token of the inward union that already exists in these two hearts.
She can say kiss.
You don't need to say kiss
The
yet.
bride.
There's no
I
rules
want
for
to get
this.
kissed.
There's no rules. Marriage is the promise of hope between two people who love each other sincerely, who honor each other as individuals, and who wish to unite their lives and to share the future together. In this ceremony, Eileen and Don dedicate themselves to the happiness and well-being of each other in a union of mutual caring and responsibility. We rejoice with them that out of all the world they have found each other, and that they will henceforth find a deeper meaning and richness of human life in sharing it with each other. We are loved when another human being wants us, wishes to share their life with us, accepts us without qualification or reservation, not as perfect, but as humans, with strengths and weaknesses. Marriage will expand you as individuals, define you as a couple, and deepen your love for one another. To be successful, you will need strength, courage, patience, and a really good sense of humor.
Can we move on?
Marriage is a Marriage is a dedication. You give yourself, your life, your love, into the hands of the one you love. You do so trustingly and generously. Yet each of you also receives a gift, the life and the love of the other. You receive this gift not only from the one you love, but also from their friends and their family. We are here to share your joy and to witness your first steps along the path that you now tread together. May it be a path of deepening and widening love that you shall travel together until the end of your days. May you learn to share life's trials and grow in understanding and devotion to each other. May love and companionship abide in the home you establish. May you grow old together in health and contentment, ever grateful for the union of your lives. May you always need one another, not to fill an emptiness, but to help each other know fullness. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you have happiness, and may you find it in making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it in loving one another. Don, what token do you offer as a pledge of your love? The cell phone.
I was thinking American Express.
Where's my phone? Offering this ring as a token of your commitment with Eileen, please take her hand and repeat after me this promise. There you go. I give you this ring as a symbol of my true and everlasting love. I, Don Leeds, take you, Eileen Fitzgerald Smith, to be my wedded wife, to honor and to comfort from this day forward, for better or for worse, in plenty and in want, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. With this ring I be wed. Eileen, what token do you offer as a pledge of your love? In offering this ring as a token of your commitment with Don, please place the ring on his finger. Repeat after me. Yes, you are. Oh. I give you this ring. I give you this ring as a symbol of my true and everlasting love. The symbol of my true and everlasting love. I, Eileen Fitzgerald Smith. I, Eileen Fitzgerald Smith. Take you, Don Lee. Take you, Don Lee. To be my wedded husband. To be my wedded husband. To honor and to comfort. To honor and to comfort. From this day forward. From this day forward. For better or for worse. For better or for worse. In plenty and in want. In plenty and in sickness and in want. In sickness and in want. To love and to cherish. To love and to cherish. So long as we both shall live. So long as we both shall live. With this ring I be wed. With this ring I be wed. My daughter. We're all set. The circle is a symbol of perfection and peace. These rings are a symbol of unity in which two lives are now joined in one unbroken circle. Wherever you go, may you always return to one another and your togetherness. Eileen and Don have declared their love for one another, and all of us who have gathered here today have witnessed their marriage. When two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who are in love, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. We are grateful for the values which have flowed into Eileen and Don from those who have loved and nurtured them, and the values which they have found through their own relationship. May their life together be strengthened by your love for them. May it be marked by a sense of personal freedom as well as a continuing need for each other. May Eileen and Don establish a home that is bright with friends and family, where warmth and laughter puts both crises and dullness into perspective, and where love exists as the cornerstone. Above all, may they find ever richer meaning, fulfillment, and friendship in their future years together. Now that Eileen and Don have exchanged rings and pledged themselves to one another in the testimony of the power of their love, I now pronounce they are husband and wife.
Hey!
Now you kiss.
Yeah.
He's behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I was crying at home when I was reading it.
I know.
But it's not gonna happen. You made it. Congratulations.
More kissing, more kissing, more kissing. That was lovely, but.
Don,
Do you want to do now or you want to?
it's my time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna.
First,
You want to
yes.
say something?
Okay.
First, I will kiss my bride.
Aw.
It's only
Can I sit where you
36
do
years.
this?
Yes.
I really didn't want to say anything because I'm not good at it. But when my brother sent out that email, he's very controlling. So how much time do I have? Okay. I just wrote down a few things to say. And I promise I won't keep you here long. I just joked. You said the home should be filled with light and love and much Ethan Allen.
Hold on, one moment, please.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, to get the full effects. Wait, do you have a nose antenna?
He's got his landing lights.
I just wrote a few. I could skip the good afternoon part. And like I said, I wasn't going to say anything until that email came out. Actually, it's a wonderful opportunity for me to tell Dal and Eileen how happy I am for the both of them. After the past several months, seeing and speaking to my brother more than I ever have really in time, I've never seen him so happy and so in love. And I'll just tell you one quick story because he said like 3 minutes.
No, you can take that.
We were in Aruba just 2 months ago, and we're in my kitchen, and my brother's looking around, and he looks at me, and he says, "Do you have silver polish?" And I look at him and I go, "Silver polish? We don't even have silverware here. Why would you want silver polish?" And he goes, "I want to polish my ring." And he shows me his wedding band, and I'm like, "You're not even married yet. Why are you wearing the wedding band?" And he looked at me with a straight face, and he said, "I've been wearing it since I bought it. I've never been in love as I am, so much as I am now." And he meant every word. And every day that we were away, he would just tell me, I miss her. I miss her so much.
So that's a used ring?
So that whole thing when she just broke out the ring, he's been wearing it every day. Probably gave it up to her on Thursday morning. When they got here and said, "Okay, I should take it off now and you hold it." True story, right, Don? It's true.
We took it off this morning.
So, and I know you love him the same. You never told me that, I just assumed.
I'll send you an email.
Yes, but on a serious note, at this stage in life, I haven't seen a couple so much in love. I couldn't be happier for Don and Eileen. So those of you who are drinking, lift your glasses. Those of you who are not drinking, lift somebody else's glass. And wish them the best in life and health, and hope that all they wish for comes true.
Shanche.
Does L'chaim
Okay, so let's go now. Go where? Wherever he says.
We're gonna let him.
Oh, we got champagne. We got more drinking to do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's
Thank you very much.
Are you two?
Okay, I'll drink it if you're forcing me.
Thank you.
What are you doing, Anthony?
Wait, I need your name.
Thank you.
That you're doing a dance in the middle of the room. I have one more coming.
That would be okay if you did that.
Two more.
Oh, go ahead, don't worry.
I think she means one more tray.
Don't worry, I got
I think she meant one more tray, maybe.
I have another drink.
Oh, I think they're
Bring it more.
There you go. And one more.
Yes, you can say, just to me or to everybody? I will be right back.
If Don wants to do a dance in the middle of the room, that's fine.
It's official.
Wait, Mom wants to say a few words.
I'm not very good at speaking, but I'm so happy for Eileen and Don. Eileen has never been so happy in all of her life as she is right now. She's been through a lot, and she's been very good to me while her dad was sick. Don also.
Let's switch places.
But I'm so happy for her. I know Don will take care of her. Yeah. Okay. Love you, Mom. That's it.
Yay, show you.
Here's Mom.
Very nice.
Lila,
What?
want to say anything?
Come
Okay,
on,
go on.
Lila.
Say you love me more than the other two.
Well, by the way, I want to say I'm so happy to be in Don's family.
Stay right here, you can be
A
with us.
wonderful family.
You can stay with us.
They're very,
Stay right next to
they're
the
a
other one.
wonderful family, like my own.
I'm
Aw.
also very happy for them, because I know they're so
Yeah.
loved
Yeah.
and happy with each other. And that makes me happy. I always want people to be happy.
Yeah.
And he is.
Yes.
And congratulations. And Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Stranda.
Gotcha.
Slaughter.
God bless you.
Now, Mark, you sure you don't want to, because you wanted to say something.
Well, I'm not even gonna be up there for a second, but everybody here already knows it's been a tough couple of years for me. And Don and Andy came to my rescue down in Florida, and I've been hoping every day for the feeling of a new life. And I do feel like I have a new life, but seeing the two of you as happy as you've been makes me feel like there's a lot more to life to come. And we should all hope for better days.
Told you.
Amen.
Better days. Absolutely.
How can there be a better day than this?
It can't be a better day than this.
We'll use this as a baseline.
Better work on it.
Yeah, right. Should we do the
Wait, now, we still have to go to the Philharmonic.
I want everybody to
We still have the Philharmonic to go to.
I was gonna do it for us.
Okay, you're going to do it both? The old one.
So, when I was little, I used to hear all of, my dad would tell me stories before I went to bed. They weren't like bedtime stories. They were owie stories. Hurt stories. So my dad would tell us all the stories, only ones we wanted to hear before we went to bed. Tell me a story where you basically almost died. And he'd tell us about the time he dove into a lake, straight into a rock, and needed a blood transfusion. He'd tell us stories where he was driving in a motorcycle and then flipped over a car and slammed his head into a curb. And it was, we thought it was hilarious. It was like the funniest story ever. We'd like ask for it every time. I'm sorry, Grandma. But we'd ask for it every night, like, the best story.
I even told them about the catheter.
Grandma's nightmare. Grandma's nightmare. What? Where? Like, yeah, it was hilarious. But
I try to forget those stories.
I thought they were hilarious. I know the bubble jar. The pinky, where he cut part of his pinky. He got gravel stuck in his hand. You could still feel it. You could just do it later.
I'll show you later.
But like, you know, that was funny growing up, all the funny hurt stories. But, you know, now, years later, I'm happy to say that there aren't hurt stories anymore, and they're just happy ones. So I'm very happy to see that you guys aren't bloody and in pain, but happy together.
I thought of planning that, and that would have been much cheaper than maybe I'll
but
do this instead.
I'm, you know, grown out of the hurt stories, and I'm very happy to see you so happy, and happy for the two of you. So, cheers.
Gotcha.
Well, now I understand why Chloe's going to become a surgeon.
Because that's where the money is.
I just wanted to throw in one little story about Eileen. She was always the aggressive one, you know.
Really?
I took her to dancing school for her first time when she was 5. To Miss Renee's School of Dance. And we had to sit in and watch the others people dance. And finally Miss Renee came out and she had the girls lined up. And she said, who's going to be the leader today? Whose hand went up? Eileen. I will. She's only sitting on the side. So that was Eileen all her life.
The leader. Now I let him be the leader.
Oh, she's the control.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's the leader, in a nice way, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
She's not gonna control.
Okay.
No, I can't control it.
She can't.
I can't control it.
Yes, you can. Well, I have to say, I'm completely impressed by the way you guys balance out your leadership, because the two of you have leadership in spades. And somehow you manage to figure out how to take turns at it, and it's fantastic.
When she stops working, she's in charge. Right now, I have to deal with everything.
Don's a houseboy for now.
He's doing a good job.
No, Don's wonderful. I just admire Don tremendously. I love what he's done to my life and to my brain and every other part of me.
All right.
Okay, time to go. More than we wanted to know.
So much pressure.
And I'm very, very
From the mouth of the bee.
I'm very happy that he's agreed to be my husband.
It wasn't hard to do.
I'm going to segue back to the,
You gonna tell some more stories?
segue back to the gory stories.
Yeah.
The,
Back there.
But when I was younger, and this beautiful, gentle woman, cute,
Mom's like, what?
She's looking gentle, loving woman. She told me once, she said, if you buy a motorcycle, I will kill you.
Did you say that?
I didn't want him to.
And I believed her,
Yeah.
so I never did.
Well, you know why I
I said, I'd rather just kill you first, I don't want to find out later. And I
I was almost killed twice.
Yeah.
But you know why I bought one and it really worked? I think I told my business. I wanted to borrow the car. I was 17. I got my license. I wanted to borrow the car. We had one car because it was back in the 60s. And they would never loan me the car. So I just, not much.
Well, because
So-
we needed it.
No.
Right.
So what I decided was I'd get a motorcycle. And either I would use the motorcycle or the motorcycle would freak them out so much they would give me the car. Within 2 weeks, I had the car anytime.
Oh, there you go.
Anytime you have a
So I was-
motorcycle.
I just want to add one thing to that. He's right. They would never lend out the car without a fight. Because when I was 17, we still only had the one car. And I would say to my mother, Mom, can I borrow the car? She'd say, no, Andrew, you're not touching the car. And then I go, Mom, I just want to ask you something. She'd say, what? Mom, look at it this way. You should thank God that I'm able to drive the car. What if I was born missing something and I couldn't drive a car? You'd always look at me and say, I wish you could drive a car. Mom, can I borrow the car? Take the effing car and get back by 9 o'clock. And she's like, no.
I didn't talk like that.
Oh, but I had to talk that way to get the car.
I got so mad at
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, I had to borrow the car to go see the girl.
Oh.
Well, since we're on the subject of vehicles, I'll have it later. I've had much difficulty in my life with panic disorder, and it meant that I couldn't drive on highways because I would have a huge panic attack when I was on the highway. It's physiological. It's not really that I don't like to drive because I love to drive, but I had to figure out why this was a problem, and it took a long time to figure out what the problem was. And so I started taking a little bit of Paxil based on what the doctor told me, and I started to be able to manage to drive. But I have to tell you that, you know, meeting John and feeling the strength internally in my soul just from being with Don, literally, this might
Finish,
sound
Thomas.
like crazy, but it literally helped me to sort of finish healing up the
Next.
disability that I had in driving. Because when you meet somebody that you love so much and they love you, down to the core of you, parts of you are going to heal. And if you don't have that today, you can't have it. because you have to work a little hard for it, but it actually can happen. And now he won't let me drive the car because I scare the hell out of him.
Hell out of it. I have a panic attack.
I'm joking.
Good.
You're the
It's true.
But love truly does heal.
It does.
So I have an idea, let's have a race to Tanglewood.
But actually 5 minutes before 5. So we have breathing room. We're going to get to Tanglewood in so much time.
I know I spoke last night.
We'll set the timer.
I know I spoke last night, and I'm probably done speaking. I said most of everything I wanted to say, but one thing I said last night that I wanted to sort of repeat is that the one thing about the two of you is you really helped me to see the love that you have for each other. And, you know, when people like us, and I think most of the people in this room are in their 50s and 60s, and we all sort of get set in 80s, and we get set in our ways, and, you know, we sort of, day-to-day life sort of takes over, and it's, you don't, you know, you see your children growing, and you see them going through life-changing experiences and finding love, and that's good. But to see it in people that are your siblings and your friends and your older family, it's really quite inspiring, and it makes you look at the people in your life in a different way. And one thing about the two of you, and I said this last night, is that the two of you have deep, deep love for your family, and we all know it, and we all feel it, and we really appreciate it. And you know, I love you both. We love you too. Love you all.
Yeah. And I said something last night, but only my family was there because I was in the room before I went to dinner. I can barely even think now, so I'm not sure else.
Because you're married.
I'll never have an original thought again that I can act on without getting it.
Ask Eileen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what do you want me to tell you?
But, I mean, you know, there are certain decisions in life that are hard to make, like big decisions. I mean, you look at all the risks involved and what the cost will be if it doesn't work. You know, some major decisions can be terrifying. This, you know, getting married is, without question, the biggest decision you can make. It's the most expensive decision if it's wrong. It's the most life-altering one in terms of the way in which you point your sort of compass needle for every aspect of your life. So it really is by far the biggest decision. And you know, my first wife was a wonderful woman. She raised 2 absolutely extraordinary girls, and she's a great mom. And it didn't work because we just weren't suited. It became pretty clear early on, and the kids were good. But it didn't mean that she wasn't a good person. She's a great person, and I think I am too. But it was just the wrong place for us to be. And this is so, I mean, what we have is so clearly the right place. That this decision, this commitment, has been so easy for me to make. I'm so sure. I've never been so sure. I made lots of decisions, all kinds of decisions. I am so sure about this decision as being just the perfect thing for me and hopefully for us.
And your wife.
Yeah, I'm making that decision.
And your wife.
So,
Kiss her.
Oh.
You're not gonna encourage them too much, are you?
Can you all leave the room?
and we'll do that other stuff later.
Get a work.
Asparagus? I'll try one, thank you.
Don's and at this moment, a wonderful husband. I love you very much. Very
So
happy.
let's go see it. With this little bit, or something will come
Oh,
with it.
is it dinner?
Yes.
Does everyone have the press release?
We have to
Everybody grab your satchel.
I won't worry about that. Nah, leave